One of the telltale signs of someone who is not taking care of themselves is usually a lack of confidence. You see, one thing about confidence, it's going to promote self-care. Our confidence will push us to take care of ourselves both physically and mentally. And I want you to know you owe it to yourself to take care of you. And it will be your confidence that helps you to prioritize yourself, your success, and your happiness. Now, this is the reason why I put together an exclusive journal to help cultivate your confidence. This journal was created by me and curated with you in mind, and it's available right now on the imthegoodthing.com website. So I want to encourage you to go and learn more. Go and check out this journal and how it can help you to be more encouraged, more confident, more resolved to take care of you. Well, welcome once again to I'm the Good Thing, the podcast. Now, this is the place where we unpack life wisdom. We pray, we affirm, and most of all, we discover our true beauty, our worth, and our power. I'm Denise Taylor, and I'm all about helping women build a life they love. And that begins with us believing everything good about who God created us to be. Now, I help women break through everything standing in their way, get what they secretly want, and prioritize themselves, their success, and their happiness. I want you to know you can be your own priority. Now, this is the place where we get energized in a God kind of way as we see ourselves the way God sees us. And let me tell you, sis, you are good. Today's life wisdom is this: you don't need the approval of people. God has already approved you. And immediately I thought of one of my favorite scriptures that I go to whenever I feel a little waffling happening in my resolve and perspective. It's Romans 8:30. And this is where God kind of throws down the gauntlet concerning you and what he has planned for your life. It reads this way: "And those he predestined, he also called. And those he called, he also justified. Those he justified, he also glorified." You see, God went through a whole heck of a lot of sacrifice to make way for you. And when he made way, he didn't just open the door. He called you, he justified you, you're predestined, and you are glorified, which means that you are fully able, you are fully possible. You can indeed do what he has called you to do in the face of anyone else's lack of approval. We fall into the trap of wanting people to accept what God has designed for our lives. We fall into the trap of wanting their understanding, of wanting their perspective to be in line with ours, of wanting them to simply understand what it is we're trying to do, when in fact, God didn't give the assignment to them, he gave it to you. And more than just giving you the assignment, he gave you the power to do it. And so it's one thing to open the door, but it's quite another to make way. And that's exactly what God has done for us. He has made way for us to accomplish the things that he has called us to do. Now, we are very human, which means that we sometimes yearn for other people to be on the page with us. Whether it is we are seeking some sense of validation, some sense of understanding, or acceptance, the humanistic quality of us wants to experience that. But the unfortunate thing is we often look for that in places that cannot give it to us. You see, there are people who can definitely get on the same page with you, but it may not be the people that you are currently around. And so if you find yourself always being the odd person out, the odd person out who thinks in terms of what you believe could happen for you, the odd person out who thinks in terms of what you believe is possible for you, then chances are you need to change the circles. You need to change the company. You need to change the squad of people who you are presently with. And it's not that you think you're so much. It's that God has called you to do more. More is required of your life, which means the standard of who you need to engage with needs to change. You have to disrupt this perspective of being around people who are unaccepting of what God has called you to do. So that means you're going to have to open yourself up and be available for new relationships, because I absolutely believe that God has indeed created us for relationship. He is not out here saying you have to figure it out on your own. But the work that you need to do is to find your people. Find your squad. Find the ones who can get on the same page with what God called you to do. It is not for you to cower. It is not for you to hide. You just need to find a seat at a different table. Thanks for connecting with me today. If this was a help to you, apply what stood out most to your life. Now, if you're ready to make yourself a priority, get what you secretly want, and experience success on your own terms, I invite you to book a call with me. You can access my calendar at www.callwithdenise.live to see how I can help. Now, be sure to subscribe so you can meet me here next time and share this with someone else. Keep seeing yourself the way God sees you. After all, you are the good thing. And check out I'mTheGoodThing.com for all sorts of good stuff. And I'll see you next time.